Hey guys, welcome to another audio commentary done by Diggity. This is going to be part of Yankee League, and this is going to be Vu, part of Team Overdrive, versus special congratulations, by the way, to In Control. That's him right there under the new tag Redeemer. He just joined media, and it's going to be between this match, of course, not involving In Control. Going to be between Idra and Vu. So Vu here in pink, or purple if you prefer. I'm going to go with pink because it just looks pink. And Idra in orange right here. Idra starting at the 6 o'clock position, Vu starting at the 9 o'clock position. Let me go over the map real fast, just for whatever reason you haven't seen a lot of my commentaries before, and you're not familiar with Zodiac, and it's not very often that I actually get to show the entire map layout ahead of time. Anyway, pretty standard. You got your ramp and your leading to a secondary that has gas. That's pretty normal for maps like these. Keep in mind this area right back here, and this gap that can get really annoying, especially if Terran can get a drop back here. Some siege tanks up and maybe some vulture mines, something like that, blocking. There's another expansion out towards the middle of each of the bases. Keep in mind protoss versus Terran. What tends to happen is you'll see some pylon blockage right here on either side, and then some cannons to hold it. These, of course, are mirrored across the map. Here's some of the other spawns, and here's some vacated players that we're just observing. And the island expansions out here, which honestly I think these kind of favor Protoss a little bit, and Protoss versus Terran, because if they decide to go robotics facility and go Reaver harass, I think they can just drop off a probe here and basically get a free expansion as a result. I'm surprised that more Terran players don't decide to go drop, simply because, yeah, this artifact right here behind the expansion and several other reasons. So let's take the reveal map off and let's get rid of... special thanks to Xeris for getting me these replays. Special apologies to Artosis, because like, oh, can you get me whatever? And he actually didn't have the replays I need. He actually did send the 2 versus 2. Speaking of Artosis, go check out mediaesports.com and check out Ascension. Honestly, I've heard some people, they're like, oh man, you know, your commentaries, they're just not strategical enough because you're noob. And I'm like, yeah. There's other people like, I love them, they're entertaining. But with Ascension, and sometimes it's hard to please both groups. With Ascension, everyone I've heard all the way across the board has been like, I love Ascension. Looks like a probe wandering out there for Vu, direction he didn't want it to go, and now bringing it back in. I guess he just might have had it accidentally rallied out. A little bit nervous against Idra, and who wouldn't be? Idra is going to end up going. Congratulations to Idra, by the way. Idra heading to Korea. He's going to be pro gamer for the I guess I don't know. I can't think of a successful United States pro gamer up to this point. Looks like he's scouting the counterclockwise direction, going to come across Vu's base finally. He's sealing in his front door, probably going to go to a factory, upgrade siege, and they'll go fast expand. Looks like Vu is doing a a clockwise scout, so he's unfortunately going to come across to Idra's base after it's already sealed, and just a little bit too late here. Actually, quite a bit too late. Marine being produced for Idra in the meantime. But yeah, Idra, known for his absolutely dominant macro management, just incredible macro management, ended up winning who sponsored it? Was it Estro? Yeah, the Estro Esports Superstars here in the United States, where I think he beat Skew in the final. Ended up taking it, and so he's going to end up moving on to Korea. And yeah, really good luck to him, and I really hope he does well there. I think he's got all of our hearts as far as wishing him success, etc. Cybernetics Core already up for Vu. Vu is part of Team Overdrive, or Clan Overdrive if you prefer. Looks like he's getting a Citadel down, so he's thinking about some fast tech here. Probably thinking about maybe some fast TTs or something like that. He's only got that single gate down. Has probes blocking the front door in the meantime. That's going to be able to, we'll see if he can successfully block that SCV from going through. He's going to be sent back away from these SCVs. Factory going down. And if he decides to go dropship alongside, this might be successful against Idra, actually. We'll see. Because it looks like Idra, my guess is he's got that Dragoon just camping at that front door now. It's going to be able to engage that Marine as it comes by. And we'll see, it's going to take a little bit of micromanagement, and does not catch that SCV as it's pushing by. That's unfortunate, because really for this to be successful, he really wanted to catch that SCV. Another pylon down, so let's see if he manages to scoot all the way around and see the Citadel. He is going to be able to scoot all the way around and see the Citadel, and that's absolutely devastating for Vu. So Vu's now putting down the Templar archives, but his strategy has been spotted out, and Idra will most likely, yeah, as you can see, immediately getting his engineering bay down. He's like, oh, Dark Templar getting his engineering bay set. He's got 4 Marines just chilling out front. Looks like a probe just chilling right there to do a little harass. Let's see if he decides to put a pylon down to try to block that secondary. Single tank being produced. It doesn't look like we have Idra being a little distracted here. It doesn't look like he's getting siege tech in the meantime. I think he realizes he doesn't really need it, because one gate basically only sees the one gate, knows the Templar Archives is coming. Looks like Vu in the meantime going to go for a fast expansion here, putting the pylon out. I guess feeling teching up really fast, and feels like he's successfully put Idra on the defensive. Idra, unfortunately, is sending out 3 Marines right now. I'm surprised does he knows the location of Vu's base. I'm surprised that he's sending these Marines out. I'm not sure why he maybe he was just scouting out, making sure that he wasn't getting a little bit of cheese of an expansion someplace else around the map. So a turret and a tank going out, and we'll see if Idra can get enough turret coverage across his map. Still doesn't look like he has siege tech up. Maybe I missed it. I'm not sure. And yeah, there's that first Dark Templar out. Range upgrade going in the meantime. For the Dragoons, and the Marines going to push up, and these Marines, they might get KO'd by this Dark Templar right here. Again, robotics facility going up front, so even though these Marines are going to die, that is going to give a little bit of information. Yeah, actually no, looks like Vu instead is just going to bring that Dark Templar across the board. These Dragoons should easily be able to handle these Marines. As you can see, Idra just trying to rust him true, trying to get some information. He's seen that robotics facility, he's seen that Nexus, he's trying to run that Marine in to get a little bit more spot, and doesn't, dies right there, but still a lot of information. Engineering bay floating out here in the meantime, confirming the location as well as other things. That turret's going to be able to spot that Dark Templar easy. 2 turrets down near the front, putting down the gas preemptively and floating out that command center from the back. Looks like that SCV is going to take a couple hits though from that Dark Templar. Idra canceling that, and this Dark Templar looks like it is going to be successful in one thing, and that's delaying the second expansion for Idra. We'll see if Idra, looks like he's getting a starport up. Hasn't gotten it. Interesting, going for maybe some drop action here. He hasn't gotten a second factory down, and it doesn't look like he has an academy down. So it's going to be a little bit, actually, going to build a turret around the corner. He's just going to, that's perfect range right there, because that Dark Templar basically, actually no, I take it back. I thought that was within range to spot for that Dark Templar. So Vu doing a really good harassment here with this Dark Templar. Idra just kind of ignoring it, bringing a lot of SCVs up. He still doesn't have an academy up, so that's already 3 kills for this single Dark Templar. Now these 2 tanks sieged, and Idra just going to try to send SCVs out and attack SCVs against this Dark Templar to try to hit it. Unfortunately, he just absolutely massacred one of his own SCVs already, and wasn't successful in getting a second turret down. Now trying to build the second turret. Now he's going to send it out. Let's see if he tries that again. Yeah, he's just going to try to bait this Dark Templar into the SCVs to just get worked. And now lost several SCVs there, but managed to take care of the Dark Templar finally. Let's see how Vu's doing in the meantime. Vu getting his gas up. Looks like his expansion is actually up and running. So not too far behind economically. That's a decent recovery there for having his tech spotted out early. Has his 3 gateways down, has his Stargate going up right now. So I don't think he's probably thinking about going quick Arbiter. We'll see. He's gotten an OBS up as well. Doesn't look like he's going to be facing mines anytime soon though. We got the starport up already. Let's see. Probably going to see a dropship in just a second here. Comsat station. I'm going to wait for that Comsat station mines and speed being upgraded. And I think, as I said before, I think what Idra is thinking about, he's thinking about this section right here. Wants to get into that sweet spot and kind of ferry in between the two. Comsat now up and ready to go. Now producing the dropship, almost done. And now the question is will Vu be able to catch kind of Idra off guard? Because is Idra going to commit more troops than he should to that drop? And we'll see. It looks like he is going to commit at least. It looks like it's actually just going to be full of vultures. So ignore what I said about this section. Although he might drop them there, he might actually go for the main as well. Another 2 gateways going down, and an arbiter tribunal as well going for arbiters. And I'm surprised actually that Vu hasn't taken this opportunity to expand a 3rd time, because that's really what I feel like he needs to worry about. Idra way behind on production. He's only got these 2 factories up, just getting a second machine shop down, but obviously he could probably make up for that fairly quickly, knowing him. I mean, he's just a macro monster. Getting more supply depots down, continuing, and I'm really waiting for that. That dropship has been produced. I don't see it on the screen though. There it is. Just going to load up with these vultures, and we're going to track this thing down as it goes across the map, and we'll see, does Vu have anything in place for that? Certainly not here. He has a lot of Dragoons in the back. He does have an observer out, so he's not going to be as worried about the mines. The mines are just going to be a delay, and more zealots, and now just a ton of gateways down. First of all, Idra's going to get a lot of information at this. He's going to see that arbiter on this drop. Looks like he is managing to sneak backside. Upgrading zealot speed in the meantime. It looks like Idra taking the opportunity. He dropped an SCV out, actually kind of do inverted what I thought he was going to do. Now, yeah, going to plop a lot of vultures down here backside, and it looks like, yeah, they're going to get free reign on these SCVs. Oof, this is going to be perfect here. Exactly what I wanted to. Looks like they are pinned against the SCVs, and now it's the SCV fleeing, or the I'm sorry, the